Hello and welcome in today's tutorial video, which is related to the SSH, that is the secured shell. So in today's lesson we will learn that how to create your own PPK file and use that PPK file to log in a Linux server, and how to log in a Linux server using the password instead of a Keypair or that PPK file or that is created in the AWS, which is the EC2 instance, and how to configure the passwordless authentication between two Linux hosts, and how to create the passwordless authentication between your Linux OS and Windows operating system or the Windows system. And also at last we will learn that how we can use our root user to log in directly in a Linux server which is created in the AWS. Okay, so let's start the video. So from creating the Linux instance, I will discuss this whole agenda. So let's create this instance from here. I'm creating two Linux server, and I'm using here the Ubuntu operating system. You can use anything, anyone. You can use the Red Hat, you can use the Ubuntu, or you can use AWS Linux, that is Amazon Linux, whatever you want. The process is almost same. Okay, using the same T2 micro, the free tier eligible instance, and using my default Keypair, which is previously created, and using the existing security group. I'm not creating any new security group here. That will not affect anything in our lesson today. Okay, so I'm creating two instances here. So let's review once. Yeah, everything is good. Okay, click on the launch instance. Okay, after launching the instance, go to the instance page, filter the running instance. Okay, I'm naming this two instance as a server A and server B. Okay, I have renamed the host as a server A and the server B. It will help to recognize the server. Okay, so let's connect with the server A. I have connected the server. First of all, rename the host using the command hostname ctl set -host name. I'm naming this server as a server A, and exit and relogin. Okay, I have logged into the server A. Let's log into the server B as well. This one is the server B. Click on the connect button, copy the command. I'm using another terminal to log in. So you have to execute this command from the directory where your Keypair is saved. Okay, otherwise it will won't connect the server. Okay, first of all, change the host name, naming as a server B. Exit and log in again. So you can see here that it is the server B and this one is the server A. All right. So now let's create our own PPK file to log in the server A. Okay, so for this we require the putty gen server. So this putty gen come with the putty software by default. Do not use the copy paste putty software to log into the server. Please use the .msi version of the putty, so it will install the software in your system and it will install the putty gen with this putty terminal as well. So after installing the putty, you will get the putty gen in your server, in your system. So open this putty gen and click on this generate button. So and move your cursor inside this window and it will create your private key. Okay, so first of all we have to save this private key. Click here save, and if you want to save this private key with the passphrase, you can choose the passphrase from here. You can enter the passphrase, your passphrase, in this to blank box. I'm using this as a blank because I don't want to create any passphrase for this. Click on yes and save the private key. I'm using the name as a server A. Okay, click on save. It is saved. Now copy this public key, okay, and come to the server A. So in server A, in your home directory, that is the /home/ubuntu, you will get a hidden directory that is .ssh. So whenever any file or directory which is hidden in Linux, it start with a dot. Go to this directory, you will find the authorized keys file. Open this key file and paste everything that is copied from the putty gen and save it. Okay, now you have to restart the SSH service. Restart SSH. Okay, now try the PPK file to log in the server. So for this I have to take the public IP of this server using the running filter. So it will show me the running servers only. Yeah, so for server A I'm selecting this one and copy the public IP from here, paste it here, and to update the private key or enter the private key file, you have to go to this authentication, and under the authentication there is a credential options. Browse and choose that private key, open and click on open button. Now it will give you the login prompt. So by default user is Ubuntu, right? Enter Ubuntu. Now you can able to log in the server with your private key. Okay, now if you want to log in the server using the password instead of this private key, so for that we have to change a few configuration in the server which is under the etc SSH directory. So for Ubuntu there is two files we have to change. If you are using the EC2 Ubuntu, then you have to change under this etc SSH directory the file that is named as sshd-config. Use the sudo privilege to change this. Open this file and there is a password authentication option is available there. Just uncomment that line, save it and again change another file that is under the ssh config.d. There's a file named 60-cloud img settings.conf. Open this file and change the password authentication from no to yes. Save it, and same thing, you have to restart the SSH service. Whenever you are changing anything related to the SSH, you have to restart the service to work properly. Now you have to change the password for Ubuntu. Okay, now enter the password here. Okay, I have entered the password. Now I'm using the new session. I'm opening a new session and paste the public IP here. Click on open, enter the username and enter the password. Okay, so now I have able to log in to the server using the password as well instead of the private key. Okay, now if I want to log in the server B, okay, without any password, that is called the passwordless authentication. So for that I have to configure the server B. I have to change some configuration in the server B. A very basic configuration I have to change. So come to the server B, go to the same directory, that is /etc/ssh. We have to change the same configuration file which I have already changed in server A, right? So that is where it was password authentication. I have to make it, yes, yeah, I have got this one, password authentication. Change this to yes. That is, I have just uncomment this line. Now again I have to that file inside the directory, change it to yes and save it, restart the file, restart the service. Okay, this is the service name SSH. Okay, now change the password, using the passwd command. Okay, I have changed it. Now come to the home directory, that is the /home/ubuntu. You can able to find the same .ssh directory here, and here there's a authorized keys file is available. Okay, just cat the authorized key files, you can able to find the same Keypair information. Okay, so I have using the A3 Keypair, so you can define you can find out that this one is the Keypair information. Okay, so now come to the server A and come to the home directory. So from home directory you have to execute the command ssh-gen. Okay, so whichever is the user that you are using to configure the passwordless authentication, you have to be in that user's home directory. Then execute this ssh-keygen, very important. So I'm using the ssh-keygen. I'm keeping this default. Press enter. I'm not using any passphrase, so press enter. So again I am pressing enter. Now it is created. Now if you come to the directory .ssh, you can able to find out there are two files are created. One is for the public key, another one is for private key. Ever share this private key with anyone. Okay, this is like your pin code. Okay, so whenever you want to log in a server, you have to use your public key. That this public key have to there in the server. Then you can use this private key to log in. Okay, so like if I give an example, like this is the lock. Okay, this is your lock and this one is the key for that lock. So if this lock is there in the server B, you can able to use your key to unlock that server. This is a simple example. Okay, so cat this file, this public file. So this one is the information, this one is the lock. Okay, and this one is your key. So whenever you execute this command SSH copy -id, okay, then this public key will copy it to the user's SSH directory. Okay, let's see this. This is a very nice thing. Use the username by which you are trying to log in. So Ubuntu, this one is the user, right? So this user of server B, okay, user of server B and the IP of the server B. So here I'm using the private IP because these two servers are in a same network. Okay, so that's why I'm not using the public IP here, just using the private IP. Paste it, enter yes to give the permission for the fingerprint. Now enter the password, whichever the password you have created here in the server B. Enter that password here. Okay, so now come to the server B, press enter the command ls cat authorized, and here you can able to find a new line is added, which is the similar with this line. Okay, no, so the public key is copied from server A to server B. Now you can able to log in the server without any password. Enter. Now we have login to the server B without any password. It is not asking any password to log in, right? Because your lock is already there in the authorized keys file. Okay, so this is how we can able to configure the password-less authentication between two Linux server. Now come to the next option, that how we can able to log in any Linux server without any password from Windows system. So we have to execute the same command. Open your PowerShell with admin permission and execute the command SSH-keygen. Okay, use the same default option. Sorry, it's not working. Let me open another terminal here. Okay, so if I execute the command ls, it will give me the information of the directory, whatever that there in this directory, it will show me. So here we can able to find that there is another .ssh is available. Go to that directory .ssh. Okay, if you enter the command ls, you can able to find the file here also, id_rsa, that is for our private key, and id_rsa.pub, that is for the public key. So let's create another and just replace it. So using the command SSH-keygen, press enter, and I'm overwriting it. So if you are creating the keygen for the first time, it will not ask for overwriting. It will directly go to this passphrase, and if you want to create any passphrase, enter here. I am not creating any passphrase for this, so I press enter for empty Okay, now it is created. Okay, so now cat this pub, I already defined the same thing, right? That how it is logging in. Okay, just cat this file and copy everything which is there in this public file. So I want to log in the server A without any password. So I have to enter that public key information into this authorized keys. Okay, so I'm pasting it here, save the file, and now restart the SSH service. Okay, I have restarted it. Now if I execute the command SSH ubuntu @ public IP of this server A, then I can able to log in without any password. Okay, press enter. Look, I have logged in to this server without any password. Now if I want to log in to this server using the root user, can I able to log in? No, it is asking for the password. Okay, what is the password for the root? I have not set yet. Okay, so let's move to the or switch to the root sudo su hyphen. So let's create a password for root. Okay, finally I have created the password for root. Now let's try to re-log in again using the password. Let's see what it is showing. So it is showing that permission denied. Why? Because there is a small configuration I have to change there in the sshd config file. Okay, let's go to the directory, same directory, etc ssh, and here there is a file I already shown you, that sshd_config. Edit this file, and there is a option, there is a entry you can able to find, that permit root login. Okay, so by default permit root login is not enabled in any server. You have to enable the root login permission if there is any requirement to log in a server using the root creds. So copy this line, remove the hash or remove the comment, and change this prohibit password to yes. Okay, so that means permit root login is enabled. Now after this we have to restart the service. Whenever I have already mentioned that whenever there is any change in configuration of SSH, you have to restart the service. Now if you try to log in the server using the root creds, you can able to log into the server using the root credential. Also you can able to log in the server using the root user without any password as well, because there is also that there's a .ssh directory. So you have to configure this user authorized keys file as well if you want to log in to this server without any password. The same configuration you have to create. Okay, so that's it from my end. Okay, use this accordingly as per your requirement. Whenever you require to the server how you want to log in, accordingly you can create. Okay, so if you find this video is useful for you, kindly subscribe my channel and like this video. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Bye bye.